Hello there. My name is Maury with my co-host Corey. We are The Real Guys, and this is The Real Show with 2 E's. There's a shark in the water, baby. This is the start of our Spooktober. October is spooky month here at The Real Show, where we'll be covering everything from horror films, wrestling pay-per-views, and all that kind of new spooky stuff for October is spooky month here at The Real Show. But as always, I'm calling my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
I'm doing.
It's good to see you, Corey. Are you feeling spooky this month, this Spooktober?
I'm feeling shook.
You're feeling shooketh?
Yeah.
Shall we begin our shooketh month with possibly the spookiest film ever devised? Is there a film spookier than this film, Corey?
I can't think of one.
Now, when we were discussing
Yeah.
our Spooktober month, by the way, if you're playing a drinking game and you're going to take a shot every time I say the word spook or spooky, you'll be dead by the end of the 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? But while we were considering films to start off Spooktober with, I thought, Corey, why don't we take on the spookiest film ever put to mankind?
Yeah.
Also, the film with one of the lowest IMDb ratings ever in history.
Yeah.
Now, those that don't know IMDb, the internet movie database, is the vastness of everything you could ever possibly watch. It's got everything from music videos, video games, everything in the world. IMDb, it's a great catalogue of actors and directors and whatnot. And it also has a rating system, 1 to 5 stars for ratings. And this is one of the lowest. This is Shark Exorcist, ladies and gentlemen, from 2015.
Correct.
With an IMDb rating of, Corey,
1.3 out of 10.
That is low,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. That is what we call a rotter.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a rotten one. And we've watched this. Thankfully, we didn't have to pay any money for it.
No.
Because they were charging, what, about 11 quid on Amazon to watch this film?
Potentially. I didn't even look.
They were charging money for it, which is sacrilege.
Yeah.
They were charging money for this film, even if we can call it a film.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't call it a film.
So why don't we start talking about it? We've both seen it separately.
Yep.
Why don't we give the audience a taste, a bite, if you will,
A nice
of
chomp
of Shark Exorcist? Or maybe we'll just spill like a ketchup packet on their leg. Perhaps.
Yeah. Maybe.
The story of Shark Exorcist, if there's a story, if you can count there being a story.
There's,
story with inverted air quotes, I'm doing.
Things that happen which aren't.
Yeah, events happen in a sequence.
Yeah.
They may not be connected to each other.
Yeah.
Things don't come back at all.
No.
Things just go away.
Yeah.
There's excuses for things that are made up, and random stuff occurs.
Pretty much.
It's Shark Exorcist.
Yeah. It's a shark.
It's
And an exorcist.
Yeah. And there's a Shark Exorcist.
And then the exorcist, spoilers, gets bitten by a woman.
Doesn't exorcise the shark. There is actually no shark exorcism happening in the film.
No, but do you know what I think it's meant to be?
What?
Because the exorcist gets bitten, and like I'm assuming he then gets turned into like a shark minion, like the woman was.
Right.
So he is a shark exorcist.
Oh, but he's not a shark exorcist, and he does not exorcise sharks.
No, he is just a exorcist.
There is no exorcising of sharks happening, as in
No.
the exorcism of demons from the body.
Yes.
A demon is not extracted from the shark.
There's no because the poster for this is the exorcist and a massive shark like
okay.
this.
The poster for this film is amazing.
Yeah. Yes.
If you could look up anything at the end of this review, look up the poster for Shark Exorcist. It's absolutely fantastic. There's a man, there's a priest holding a cross up, and there's a huge lava shark that flies out the pool of blood and lava.
Yes.
The shark, the huge head of the shark, and everything. Oh my god, this is going to be the best film I've ever seen. This is going to be like a combination of Jaws and The Exorcist.
Yeah.
There's going to be a huge shark emerging in blood and lava, and you're like, whoa! Your mind is blown. My mind was blown seeing that poster. The film itself, crap.
Yeah, not good.
Not
good.
It was almost incredible. The level of ineptitude and okay. I'm going to be fair.
Okay.
The criticism is very hard to give.
Yes.
Because often I've seen Ratatouille, and at the end of Ratatouille, Anton Ego, the critic, gives a great monologue about the meaning of criticism and how it's often that the average piece of junk has more meaning than criticism designating it so, I believe is the line. However, this I'm really sorry, Donald Farmer, the director and writer of this film.
Yeah.
We're not going to be kind to your film.
Yeah.
However, there's many theories dictating that this film is not meant to be kind to. For people to be kind to. This is a film purely made for people to slate because it's bad.
They do exist.
And it is bad.
Their movies
is bad.
exist. And they exist for a reason. Because people will watch them.
This is why it's bad.
Okay.
It starts off with a woman, a nun, walking through a graveyard in the middle of the day at about 2 p.m. Not exactly the time where you'd want to be in a graveyard. It's not even the spooky time like at night or whatever. It's just middle of the day. The natural lighting is very abrasive.
They didn't want to film at night, obviously.
Obviously not.
They have it in the budget.
She stabs a woman who is coated in red food colouring, splashed all over her face and
because she's
body.
like, I know what you did.
I know what you did. I'm shaking you by the shoulder. She just goes, knife, bang, see ya.
What she did.
Nothing personal, kid.
We don't know what she did. We have an idea, potentially.
Well, the radio says that she's like kidnapped loads of people. Is that it?
Yeah. Or she's maybe responsible for the shark.
The nun just leaves the murder weapon on the ground. No adventure. That's to pick up the knife.
Yeah.
I thought, I wonder if someone's going to find that later in the film.
That's what I thought.
Nobody finds it.
Yeah.
She throws the body of the woman into the water.
She awkwardly drags the body.
Yeah.
Which, one fair point, I've made a short film where I had to drag someone. It's a little bit harder than it looks to just like smoothly drag them away.
Yeah. Also, the actress in the water coughs in the water, if you didn't listen to that. Yeah, at about 2 minutes, 42 seconds in the film.
Nice.
The actress that is being held under the water coughs. And you can hear, she's not dead.
No.
She's alive.
Yeah.
She's acting. Then the nun goes, Lord Satan, show yourself and reveal me this, your spectre of omnipotence, or whatever she says. And Satan is represented in this film, or whatever the Satan's construct is, as a shark, lo and behold. A red, yellow-eyed shark that moves around in deep water, or whatever. The colour of the water is different to the colour of water that's shown in the film. The shark must be... I had a theory that this shark is probably very small and that size isn't actually relative to how big the shark is. Because we never see the shark attack anybody.
No,
we never see the shark take off anyone's leg. We never see anyone's leg fly near the shark. We never see the shark eat anybody actually physically. We just see the shark swimming absently and then someone flashing in the water and going, ah! And then being dragged on, then falling backwards into the water. Yeah. And then blood will come up.
Yes, and that's it.
And that no shark makes any contact with any person. Not that I'm saying get a real shark and have it eat people. I'm just saying make it look convincing, which they do not.
No. But, and that's the crux of it. And then you get a couple of people go to the lake.
Yeah, a few people
go in the water.
Arrive in the lake. It's 3. By the way, the credits. I took note of the guy on makeup. His name's Rick Gonzalez. Yeah. Shout out to you, Rick Gonzalez.
Did you take note of a guy who did the music?
No, who's that?
So at the end, spoilers. There's a post credit. There's 2 post credit sequences. Yes. After the second one, with the nun, I believe. You got
no, it was with Nancy Chase, the investigator.
Yes. For that, for 5 seconds, it cuts off, and there's one more credit, and it cuts off. Oh, suspense, and it cuts back off, fades back into black. Goes additional music. Chan Walrus.
Chan Walrus.
Yeah. And it goes, and then it goes again. It's that's the one credit after the.
Oh, thanks, Chan Walrus. Shout out to you. I noticed there was a lot of people on the crew for this film.
Yes.
If you can look up the budget for me, Corey.
The budget?
Yeah, have a look at the budget. Let me know what that is. I made a joke in my notes that perhaps Donald should have farmed for a better movie. Because he's not got a good film here. It cuts to 1 year later. And the dialogue, just to mention the dialogue in this film, you know me, I'm an avid scriptwriter.
Can't be right.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go to that later. You know that I'm an avid scriptwriter. Yeah. You know that I'm an avid scriptwriter. And let me finish my point.
Okay.
You know I'm an avid scriptwriter. I like to write screenplays. Yep. You've read my dialogue before. Mm-hmm. Would you say it's probably superior to the dialogue in Shark Exorcist?
This was the point I was going to make. Not directly your writing, but in general. For anyone who isn't aware, we're former students of film. I have seen and been a part of better student films.
Better student films that look better, that sound better. You could hear the cars in the background during the first scene. You could see the cars in the background in the first scene.
Yeah. Now, bearing in mind, this is a feature length.
This is a feature length.
It should not be a feature length. This could easily be a half an hour.
off. This is too long.
Yeah, it is.
It's an hour long, but it trawls by. By like the 45-minute mark, I stopped making notes.
Yeah.
There is nothing else I can say on this.
Yeah.
That will dictate
There's
any form of relevancy.
a lot of fat that could be cut. Also,
Too much fat.
to bring in a former teacher of ours, to bring in a bit of Mikey Murray currently.
Oh yes.
What's the theme of this? What's the point?
I've got no idea.
I was thinking it the whole way through. I thought,
what is the theme?
I was like, why?
That sharks shouldn't be in demons? That demons should be in sharks?
Is it a weird metaphor? I don't know.
No idea. What is the theme? I've got no clue.
No clue. But yeah, there is definitely better student films that we have seen firsthand than this.
You know, one of the greatest screenwriting tropes I hate is, Corey, you're my best friend.
Yeah.
We're really good friends, aren't we, Corey?
Yes.
You're my best friend,
Exactly.
Corey.
Yep.
That happens like 5 times.
All the time.
All the 3 girls are constantly talking. I took notes of stupid lines. Here's my first stupid line.
Okay.
They're driving in the car. She's got one of the girls has her feet out the window like it's a Tarantino foot fetish film.
Yep.
And there's a lot of that kind of imagery in this.
There is.
She says, the girl in the back seat says, I like it hot. And the girl in the front says, well, you're weird. Well, you're weird.
Yeah.
That's like Hitchcock level dialogue there, obviously.
It's...
Next, they drive to a lake. They drive to Paris Landing, a lake. Yeah, because sharks obviously live in a lake.
Come from a lake, yeah.
Sharks, they explain it away later in the film saying, oh, it's a demon shark. They can do whatever they like. What, can they? Maybe they can. I mentioned about the feet sticking out the window.
Yeah.
There's a great delivery on these lines. There's this. They're sunbathing when it's an overcast day. They're sunbathing on an overcast day.
Yep.
They lie the towels out. They're in their swimwear. They lie down. One of the girls says they're talking about this guy called Robbie, who's the boyfriend of one of the other girls. There's 3 girls.
Yes.
Well, the boyfriend of the girls. The one girl goes off into the water.
Yep.
And 2 are lying down.
Yep.
One says, "Oh, I'm just not a great listener," and then the other girl says, "Well, close your eyes." And I go, "Where's this going?"
Yeah.
And she closes her eyes, and then the girl says, "What color is my swimsuit?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "That's not listening.
Yeah, that has nothing
That's
to do with
looking.
hearing. Yeah.
That's looking. That's
Yeah.
not listening. That's not listening." She says she's not a good listener, so the other girl makes her look at her swimsuit. That's not listening. That's looking.
Yeah.
I then say, and this is my favourite note ever, I say, the music is a bit much. Because as soon as that girl goes in the water, it's da-na-da-na-da-na-da-da-da. It's like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen here.
So, yeah, I mean, character-wise, this film is dreadful.
Yes.
Every single one of them is dreadful.
There's no consistency of character.
There isn't. Also,
they're all floppy caricatures.
Yep. But we mentioned that none appears at the start. She appears one more time.
Yeah,
in
at
this
the
film
end.
to again stab someone.
Yeah, to stab someone and then die.
Yeah, and that's it.
And that's gone. She's supposed to be the final boss of the film or whatever, and she's just dispatched really easily.
You have about halfway through-ish, you have the priest, who is like his brother. His brother's died.
The creepy man in the car is his brother.
Yeah.
His brother gets killed by the devil shark.
So he gets a letter sent to him.
Yeah. And it's written by, I don't know who wrote this letter, Emperor Palpatine or
Yeah.
something. He's going, I am very sorry for the death of your brother.
Yeah.
He was a good man. He died in the lake.
Yeah. And
Execute Order 66. Then the priest is like, oh no, my brother. And he goes out on his phone outside the church and looks at pictures of devils.
Yeah.
And his phone's got those weird air bubbles on it.
And apparently
the priest has got ADR as well. He's been dubbed.
That's awful.
Because his dubbing doesn't match to his lips. It's like a Western film.
Yeah. And apparently a year ago, another person was attacked by a shark, and maybe it's the same one.
Oh, wow.
Because he's like, oh, how's your friend? Is she okay? She's been acting weirdly.
Yeah. Ali, her name is.
Yes. And she has been acting weirdly, has Ali.
She loves water. She can't stop talking
she
about
likes
water.
Taking baths.
Yeah.
She, at one point, is at a fun fair, stalking her partner and her friend.
Fun fair, yeah.
And just kind of hangs around and has weird teeth.
Yeah, she has shark teeth, because she looks at a picture of women.
Yeah.
Women with shark teeth or female vampires,
yeah.
and she grows shark teeth. I just put the word ketchup in all caps as my notes here. Because Ali gets attacked by the devil shark.
Yeah.
And she's lying on the it's not even a beach. It's not even like a beach.
No, it's not.
It's like a concrete kind of luge, kind of steps upwards, and she's lying on them. And there's no big gore mark on her leg. There's just a bit of splash of blood, and she's like, oh, the shark's got me.
Yeah.
And the other goes like, help, 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 help. Like, seriously.
You see, that's the other thing, and I guess it comes back to the dialogue in this film. There's so much stuff. There's a point where
they go to they go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And did you notice anything about the hospital footage?
I ain't gonna lie, I can't remember anything.
It's not a real set. That's a real hospital they were in.
Okay.
He just shot it on his camcorder. He just went in there with his camcorder and just shot a real hospital. Like, with real doctors and nurses in it.
There are some points in this film where I was sat there and I've gone, they seem to be in a rush. Have they, like, not got any, like, permission slips and are just filming that and leaving straight away?
Exactly. Yeah, this feels like, it feels like that.
Like guerrilla filmmaking.
Because there was another part where the creepy guy and Ali are in the water, and you can hear, like, something going on in the background, like children are playing or whatever. I actually thought they were filming the scene of that woman having the fit on the rock. Like, literally, like, a few meters away from them when they were filming in the water. Because it sounded like the same audio. Because Nancy Chase turns up.
Yes.
Because she hears about these shark attacks, and she's with Ghost Whackers. And Ghost Whackers is like a paranormal investigation show.
Yeah. Here's my problem with Ghost Whackers.
Ghost Whackers.
I've got two problems with Ghost Whackers.
Ghost Whackers.
First problem, when Ghost Whackers appears,
Ghost Whackers.
we get a thing saying Ghost Whackers.
Ghost Whackers.
Right? First off, we're not watching it on the TV. Why does the logo appear?
Why does this,
Second off, she's looking at us when the guy with the camera is behind her.
They break the 180-degree rule.
She's like, oh yes, I feel like there's a spirit over here. It's like you're not. You're looking at the right. There's a cameraman behind you. He's there.
They show the cameraman's view as well. They show the cameraman holding the camera, going, "Good job."
Yeah.
And then Cheetah just turns
around. Hello.
To talk to the audience who's behind
There's
her.
There's a spirit here.
When she should be talking to the camera that's in front of her.
Now, if this was clever, I would put it down to we are a presence and she can feel us, and that's why she's. But it's not. It's not. It's just bad.
This could have been done well.
Just bad.
This could have been done well. But also, I'm going to shout out to a YouTuber. I Hate Everything on YouTube. He's reviewed this film about 5 years ago when the buzz came out about it. Because this came out in 2015, mind you.
Yeah, no, 7 years ago.
He's got great commentary on this film, both in watching it and in his review.
Yeah.
And he mentions that this film could have been done really well if it was a satirical, if it accepted its status as a satirical B-movie, tried to be a kind of Sharknado, but with devils. It could be written actually kind of interestingly.
Yes.
And it could be a potential to be really funny. But no, it doesn't lean to humour and being a comedy and being funny, like absurdist comedy.
Yeah.
It leans to, we're going to take this really seriously and...
Well, there's films like Scary Movie, which know they're bad, and that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Like, they're not being... This does kind of feel like it's a guy who's actually trying to make, like, a horror film, and it's not to the point where you can look him up, and I believe... I can't remember if it's his IMDb profile or not, but or maybe it's Twitter. It's like one of the most original cult horror film directors.
Donald Farmer directed this film. It's credited on IMDb as being one of the most unique cult horror film directors.
That's like great.
Unique is also probably a word for a bad. I'd call, Werner Herzog unique.
But
I would not.
It's like one of those things where like, you go, oh, you like Shark Exorcist? No, it's like, you don't get it.
You're not unique. Like, you don't get it. You're not in with the clique, man.
Yeah. Unique is like Suspiria, but 1970s Suspiria, not Shark Exorcist. Come on, man.
Stupid line number 2.
Okay, go for it.
comes out of hospital. She's met by a friend who just comes out of the casino or whatever, playing a little watery game.
Oh, yeah.
They sit on a bench. Wait, no, they're in a park. They're in a park, and the ADR is really obvious.
Yeah.
Because they're too far away for the shot to run. They sit down in this park. And Ali says, and I quote, "That's the thing about almost dying. It is a real buzzkill."
Yeah. Which, again...
And then she hitchhikes in the road where there is no cars. No. Desert road, she's still got a thumb out. Who's she trying to hitchhike? Invisible Man.
Yeah.
In his invisible car.
Because at that point, I thought, okay, maybe we're going to expand on the fact that maybe she has like a mental illness and she was happy that she might die. And she's like, oh, but...
That's how you explain it.
Well, I thought maybe they're going to go down that path, and it's like, okay, maybe I don't want to survive. And then it's like, oh, you need to get help. But no, she's just weird because she's been bitten by a shark and she's slowly getting turned.
And someone else, like 2 other women die in the lake.
Is that the college like sorority or whatever? Like you join our
to
gang.
A heron. Do you remember the bit where they cut to a heron?
Is that the same?
I've just got the word heron in all caps in my notes.
I'm assuming that's the same one. Where it's like you need to be in the water for 5 minutes.
Blood.
Yeah.
So Nancy Chase comes back, but then someone else turns up. I've taken her name down as well. Brianna Bennett from Ghost Fakers.
Yes.
That is apparently probably the rival pick.
That is the only
she comes
laugh.
out of nowhere.
The only like little laugh, like a little.
Not even actually, little exhale laugh. Just
that film got me because she comes out and we can't repeat what she said.
Okay.
But she comes out with all guns blazing.
Yeah, immediately. She's on the warpath. Immediately. She's on the attack. She goes for the jugular immediately.
It's the only part that got a little bit of an amusement out of me.
I almost thought it was staged.
Yes,
she interrupts there. Hello, I'm Brianna Bennett from Ghost Fakers, and I'm going to tell you exactly how this shark is a hoax.
Yeah.
Who are you? Yeah. Where did you come from? Immediately, it's like she was at her mark.
Yeah.
At her mark, like, stand here, actress playing Brianna Bennett, stand from Ghost Fakers, stand here at your mark, and I'll give you the signal. You walk onto stage. They cut her. She stands stock still for a second, and then walks.
Goes, yeah.
And then it's immediately bang. She just crashes the show.
Yeah.
She just crashes the show. She just walks straight up to her. Because that's what I do when I have a problem with someone. I just approach them right in the middle of the street, middle of whatever they're doing. I don't care, and just go straight at them.
But yeah, I mean,
then I put in my notes, I feel like this has become a weird fever dream.
Yeah.
Because this is the bit where 3 women who never appear later in the film are standing together in a circle, holding hands. One of them this is like a series of women having seizures.
Yep.
This is the film of young actresses being covered in fake blood, having seizures, writhing around on the ground, making weird noises and doing because what's her name, Nancy Face or whatever she's called, puts this voice and goes, I am possessed by the devil, I will drink your blood and eat your bone, whatever she says. And then later in the film they modify another girl's voice. So what, she couldn't do the devil voice and Nancy Face could? She could do the devil voice. They just make her voice lower.
This film is full of just kind of very various mistakes. One of them, which I picked up on straight away, and I had to Google because I thought they couldn't have got this wrong. Maybe they have. Right near the end, when they've got the possessed woman like tied up.
Tied up, yeah, they've got her up.
And he's trying to like exercise her.
Cross.
He says, "The power of Christ
commands you,"
which is incorrect.
Yes, it's not that.
I
knew that immediately as well.
It's the power of Christ compels you.
Yes.
And I'm like, they couldn't have got that wrong. They couldn't have got that wrong.
That's
like,
too obvious to get. I feel like on that line, I was like, are they like trying to punk people intentionally?
Yeah. I was like, come on, man.
Stupid line number 3. Ali is met by a woman who is trying to portray a young girl as a woman with the shark eaty plastic toys.
Yeah. She exists.
She exists.
That's a character that was needed.
It's a woman that's playing a young girl, I imagine. They could have just got an actual young girl. For God's sake, keep any young girls away from this.
Yeah.
The people have got ideas. It's stupid line number 3 is, I like to get wet. Because the young girl goes, oh, you like sharks too? And Ali goes, yeah, I like going near the water. I like to get wet. Then they go to a pool, and stupid line number 4, where the young girl is... Ali gets into the pool, and the young girl holding the plastic shark toy goes, you're freaky. You're freaky. Then I put in my notes, and I quote, this is even worse, full stop. Because I feel like the quality, when you... I say the quality, there is no quality. This is Shark Exorcist. But the quality drops when you get past half an hour, and I feel like they just bashed the rest of it out with no real care, as if they had any care from the first half an hour.
Yeah.
There's 3 minutes of a man running.
There is.
Just randomly.
Yeah.
And there's 3... If you actually watch the bit where he runs past these 3 teenagers who are standing on this dock.
Yeah.
I feel like who weren't part of the film, obviously.
Yeah.
And they watch him like, what the hell is he doing?
Well, this is the point. There's a part where I think it's the woman who's possessed. I could be wrong. It's like it's when a creepy man comes and she's like messaging someone, and it's like 30 seconds of just her tapping her phone,
right,
and nothing happens. I'm like, because I was on YouTube. I skip forward, still typing. Skip forward, still typing. Skip it, still typing. I'm like, come on.
And when the shark finally does attack, when these girls and when these 3 sorority sisters are going near attack. By the way, their sorority is called. I noted this down here.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Just to make sure you knew what the sorority was called for these 3 girls. It's called Gamma Zeta Beta.
Oh, wow.
You gotta be. They say, "Come on, Holly and Hannah, or whatever their name are. You gotta stand in the water, but only up to your ankles. So if a shark doesn't, this is where my theory came from. The shark is actually really small. That's how it attacks people in this low water and low tide all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because the water never gets higher than their waistline.
Yeah.
So how's the shark going to attack? Is it a really small shark?
Yeah.
That was my theory. It's actually kind of like a little small shark.
Also, I hope that this, and I'm aware this isn't fully how American authorities work. So, probably just any Americans who are listening. But do you realise America's our biggest audience?
Is it?
According to our podcast platforms. So not YouTube, but our podcast platforms.
Okay.
America's our biggest audience.
Well, shout out to you, America. We're big American fans here.
Yes. But yeah, that's. I mean, again, some people are just brought in to just be killed off straight
Right.
away.
What's your point about sororities?
I was just going to say that obviously it's just run over.
You got to stand in the water.
Exactly.
And for 5 seconds, and if the shark attacks you, I don't know why I'm putting on
it's
this Valley Girl accent
it's one of those like cliche high school films where like there's always a sorority, there's always got some weird
the shark jumps out of the water to attack the girl who's on the deck instead.
Right, yeah.
I initially thought that she'd bitten like an ankle or something,
Yeah.
and they were screaming, but no, they attacked the person at the top. By the way, it's the same footage of the shark every time.
Yes.
Sometimes they reverse it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they, slow it down or speed it up. But it is the same footage of the shark
Yep.
moving through the water
Pretty
every
much.
single time.
Yeah.
Every single shot you see of the shark is the same shark. The same shot of the shark, just reversed or slowed down. Or it's lazy.
I probably guarantee we either one bought a like shark animation pack and then just reused it,
recolored it,
or paid someone and then just only we were just wait a minute.
That's where the budget went to, Corey.
Yeah.
The budget clearly went to the effects.
Like, oh wait a minute,
they were scammed.
This is really expensive. Let's just get like 2 frames.
They were scammed. Yeah.
And that's it. Or they made it themselves, took ages, and they thought that'd be fine. We'll just use that.
What's funny is probably the best actor in this entire film might be the shark, because he's not got a lot of screen time.
No.
He, does his job. Actually, no, he doesn't do his job. He doesn't even attack anybody. He just flies up to them and puts his teeth out, and that's it.
I'm on IMDb currently. I'm on the Goofs section.
Right.
The film was shot and set in Tennessee. Geographically, the state is landlocked. As any bodies of water in the state are nowhere near the ocean, as there should be no shark attacking these characters.
Right.
So there shouldn't even be water there.
No, there's no water. Well, I imagine the Satan shark may have been spawned in the lake, perhaps. I'm trying to justify a shark exorcist. I'm not trying to justify a shark exorcist.
Yes. Someone here mentioned the fact that the water's too low.
Right, yeah.
So it shouldn't be there.
No, it's not a very big shark. It's obviously a very small shark. I even say the water only goes up to their ankles in this scene, so...
Yep.
Then we've got stupid line number 5. Would you like that?
Go for it.
The priest. All right. By the way, who is the main character in this film?
I don't know.
Is it Ali? Is it a brunette girlfriend?
Well,
is it the priest?
Going by the poster, you think it's a priest.
But it's not the
But
priest.
it's not the priest.
He's not in the film at all.
No, he did what? He just gets converted like halfway through.
Stupid line number 5.
Yeah.
The brunette girl lets... I don't remember what her character's name is. She lets the priest into the house, and she says, "You're not a stalker or something, are you? You've just let him into your house."
Yeah.
Whether he's a stalker or not, he's got into the home.
Yeah.
Who cares if he's a stalker now? He's called himself a priest. He goes to see Ali.
Yep.
But wait, no, she's gone. She's gone to the fair.
Yes.
And this is what I believe Red Letter Media calls shooting the carnival. Because I believe that this fair was not in the script.
No.
I believe that a fair arrived in town in Tennessee or whatever. They're like, "Oh, we'll shoot there. You go walk around these attractions, and I'll film you on my camera."
Yep.
That's what this turned into.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's a thing here.
Let's shoot near the thing. We've all done it, yeah. Oh, there's a thing here. We write this in.
Yeah, let's just do it. Run and gun.
Run and gun, exactly. This is like...
Because the whole fair was essentially pointless, only to show that her other friend was in fact getting with her ex.
Oh, and by the way, her ex completely tells someone they're in a film. Yeah. Because when they're walking by the people who are working at the fair, there's a guy in a pink shirt who obviously works there, who's trying to like entice the lad into a game, and the lad like literally, you can't, because it's all muted out. The dialogue isn't. This is music covers this.
Yes.
He gestures over and he gestures forwards like, "Look, we've got a camera here. We're shooting here. I can't go over." Yeah. Kind of thing. And I was like, they've kept that in. Yeah. They've kept that in.
But literally, the whole point of this scene is one. Hey, possessed girl's ex is with her friend.
Yeah,
that
and
we
Ali's
kind of
got
hinted
shark
at.
teeth.
And she has
Then
shark teeth now.
They do this, the power of Christ commands you. They string her up,
Yep.
and she's like, "Oh, the shark is coming." The shark comes out of a portal from the sky.
Yeah.
And does it attack one of them, or someone gets sick? There's a lot of fluid in this film.
Well,
This is a fluid. Can we talk about just the fluid for a minute?
Yeah.
People are sick on people. I'm sorry if you're eating your dinner. I do apologise.
It's
If you're having
fine.
lunch, I apologise by the way. And also, this film came out in 2015. I don't want to spoil it. You don't care. You don't care. People are sick. People are projectile vomiting.
Yep.
People are thrown up everywhere. Nancy Chase throws up 5 times in the film. There's just vomit and bile and blood spewing everywhere. It's almost to a fetishized degree.
Yeah.
At the point where I knew it was coming, where the priest gets right up to Ali and goes, I leave, devil, leave this woman's body. And I think she's going to be sick on him, isn't she? She's
Yeah.
going to be sick on him. And then what happens is, she spews she spews green vomit out of her mouth.
Yeah.
And it covers the priest. And you're like, well, that's someone's fetish.
Yep. That's the thing.
As well as all the blood. And by the way, shark attack, little bit of blood on the leg.
Yeah.
One stab, drenched in it like she's Carrie, right? That's what happened to the nun. Because the nun comes back at the end of this film from nowhere. She just comes out of the water for some reason. And then she stabs this girl who's lying down. I'm losing my mind here.
You are.
Yeah. There's a scene where a new woman turns up in a car. She by the way, she misparks it.
Yes.
She doesn't even park the car correctly.
Nope.
Gets out, walks to the beach. It's overcast day again. Lies down to sunbathe on an overcast day with the clouds in front of her. Lies down on her front, goes to sleep, I imagine. A man comes out from behind a tree in a hat and sunglasses and starts taking pictures of her.
Yeah.
Right, who are you?
Yeah.
Where did this come from? What's happening?
I don't know. He never appears.
That never appears again. Never mentioned again. Why did you cut that scene? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, Corey.
No, it's
The nun comes back and stabs her, and the nun's covered in blood, and then just someone comes up from behind her in the water and drowns her.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Help me out here, Corey.
There's not much. That is it. That is the film. That's all the film is.
It just ends. It just stops.
It just ends. Yeah.
The film just stops.
It ends with woman is, I can't remember any of his names because the characters are awful. Woman A is chasing her friend.
Yeah.
Is calling her name and she's trying to get her attention.
Woman B is like, I've got to get in the water.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
sorry,
like, oh,
Woman A.
you don't want to know. And she's like, oh, I do. Tell me. And one woman B jumps in the water.
It's not even a big splat. It's like they've just thrown like a rock into
Yeah.
the water or something.
Which is followed by shark coming out of water, jumping out of water, and presumably eating woman A.
Yeah. Did
That's
she
it.
turn into the shark? Is this a metaphor, like you said?
I don't know.
Do the people turn into the sharks?
I think if they're bitten,
They turn
they
into a
get
shark.
like possessed or whatever
Right.
because it's Satan. So
Then what happened to Nancy Face, or whatever her name is? She tried to do a spiritual thing and got taken over twice.
Yeah.
And then she just becomes a zombie.
Yeah.
And she kills Brianna Bennett from Ghost Fakers.
Yes.
She.
According to IMDb, crazy credits. A post-credit scene is still possessed Nancy Chase, so she's possessed.
Okay. And what's the other? Let's talk about the other credit scene.
Yeah.
When the film finally comes to a merciful end.
Yes.
Puts us out of our misery for an hour.
Yeah. So you got the first one, which is the Nancy Chase, and she's at a water plant thing.
Is that Nancy Chase?
Yeah. According to IMDb, yes.
I thought that was the second credit scene where she's still being sick.
And then there's also, I don't know if it's in order or not. It's just
Aquarium at the aquarium.
Yeah, the
That's
other
not
one.
Nancy Chase. That's a young girl, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, I'm talking about the other one.
Oh,
Yeah, and then you have the other one,
a young girl in an aquarium.
which is an aquarium, where she's like taking a load of sharks.
And she's also sick.
Also possessed, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe she'll be back in the next one.
Is that supposed to be the new character for the sequel?
Maybe.
By the way, no, let's talk about the budget first.
Yeah.
How much did this film actually cost, Corey?
So according to Google, it was allegedly $300,000.
Do you know what people could make with $300,000? Like masterpieces. They could make films that are amazing with $300,000. But no, it was given to bloody Shark Exorcist. And the film that may have broken me for at least 48 hours.
Yeah.
For at least 48 hours, I've not been functioning like a regular human. It's almost like this film has possessed me in a way. Like I can't stop thinking about its utter inanity and its insane plot and its nonsensical plot and its non-existent characters.
Okay, so for $60,000 and a good team and director and everyone else, you could have made the Blair Witch Project, which is $60K. Granted, a lot of that goodness of the film comes from the fact that the actors have no idea what's going on.
Yes, yeah.
But still, what else is on this list? How much were you? Tell me the budget. 4 Oscars. 2000. The movie was created for 8. That's not a low budget. 8 million. I mean, in film, I guess technically.
This is feature length.
Yeah.
Shark Exorcist is more than it's an hour long, which is about 60 minutes. Even though normally they say to be a feature film you have to be longer than about 75.
Yeah. But
this is like a long episode of television, but it's completely inane.
I mean, yeah, feature film is always kind of disputed in what it is. 550,000, bit more.
Right.
Friday the 13th.
Okay.
What else is on this list?
Well, let's go off Blair Witch
Mad
Project,
Max 1.
then. Right.
300,000. Same budget. Same budget as Mad Max
Joking.
1.
You could have made Mad Max. You could have made Mad Max 1 for this film, but instead we could have watched Mad Max and probably had a much better time.
Yeah, obviously inflation, but ignore that.
Than Shark Exorcist. We're on the same budget, roundabouts.
Yeah.
For the first Mad Max film, that's insane.
Yeah,
I can't believe that.
Because that's the thing. Because like Mad Max, like Terminator 1 is an indie film.
Yeah.
To the point where they had to was it like at the end? There was like a cop that came up to him because they didn't really have permission to film.
Yes.
And they had to kind of persuade him and quickly film it so they could leave. And that became a big thing. Indie films can become big if they're done right.
Yes. And this was not done right.
No.
It's one of those films where there seems to be an issue in every shot and every line of dialogue and every time a character's on screen there seems to be these blaring problems.
Yeah. It's just like...
I can't get over it, Corey. I really can't.
Yeah, you don't need a big budget. You don't. Micro budgets exist.
Yeah. Right, okay. We both have issue with, and I'm sorry I'm bringing up its name, because this is going to be, again, sacrilege on my part.
Yeah.
For those people who've been listening to The Real Show for a while, Who Killed Captain Alex is a favourite film of mine, right? Corey doesn't like it too much, but I see the charm in it, because those people from Uganda have a legitimate passion for film, and you can tell there is a passion for film there, right?
Yep.
Down to the fact they taught themselves kung fu and they made all these makeshift weapons, and the director got the idea from a pirated copy of Rambo 3.
Yeah.
Right. This was all created in his mind. I think it's a great film to show the pioneering work of what an indie film, what a micro budget film can do.
Yep.
This is like that other spectrum, right? And also, Captain Alex kind of falls into the so bad it's good genre.
Yeah.
Where it's so ridiculous and so out there that you're kind of like, you know what, I'm having a good time with this. Whereas Shark Exorcist is the other polar opposite.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's so bad it's bad film.
Yeah. Also, worth mentioning, horror films lend themselves to low budget.
Yes.
Really well.
You can do a low budget horror with nothing.
Yeah. And so...
Because fear is easier to do than comedy.
Yes. Because also, you have the excuse of, with a short movie a bit different, but one of the most horrifying things in any horror film is something you don't see.
Yes.
Because your mind makes it up for you. So horror, great for low. That's why loads of student films are horror. Because it's just very easy, very nice, very simple, cool. What the hell was this?
I watched... There's a student film that I was not a part of, but I watched it in college, where it was actually quite scary. It was about someone... It was like they had a library, and it was kind of haunted by sort of... it's like a serial killer in like a ski mask.
Okay.
And it was kind of... It was a bit like... sort of like a Jason Voorhees type thing, and they really played with the setting, and the fact it was kind of they're kind of isolated in this library, and because libraries, scary places, Ghostbusters, and all that. They really were the location. It felt really good, and it was quite an interesting thing. And I compare it to sort of this, which had far more of a budget. They had no budget at all.
Yeah.
And had people in it who just don't seem like. I know acting is one of the hardest arts to perfect and whatever. You have to be a chameleon, and not all of us can be Gary Oldman, but I understand that some of these people probably haven't acted before. With the level of this line, I don't know who wrote the script, Donald Farmer.
Yes.
But despite all of that, there's going to be another one, isn't there,
There's
Corey?
a second one coming out soon.
Shark Exorcist 2 in pre-production, 2023. And this is our appeal to you, Donald Farmer. That's right, I'm talking to you. You want two people in your film who can cut the cheese, who can give you an honest, straight talking, straight walking performance. We're them. We're those people. That's right, Donald Farmer. We're going to be we're going to star in your film. Because I feel like it's like UA Bowl, isn't it? Trying to take on his critics. We will happily star in your film, Donald Farmer. Get this out to you, Sam. If you're watching, Donald, I'm sorry about all the horrible things you've just said about the film. You've probably slaved over to make, or maybe not. You might not have. Who knows? You may have just been flying by the seat of your pants making this one.
Yeah.
But we will be in your film, Donald.
Yep.
This is talking to you, Donald Farmer. We will be in your film. Shout out to you.
I mean, there is a second one. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's going to be out. Don't know where it's going to come out.
2023.
Yeah.
Shark Exorcist 2.
Don't know where. Maybe just YouTube.
From the makers of Bigfoot Exorcist.
It could.
Shark Exorcist.
Yeah.
An Exorcist
dog
or whatever they made.
Maybe it will do the festival rounds.
Maybe it will.
Maybe we'll pop over to
maybe it will.
Whatever festival accepts Shark Exorcist 2.
Yes, of course. But a new feature of our Spooktober.
Yep, this is your idea.
Yeah, my idea is the spookiest Spooktober moment, name pending. We've not thought of a good name yet. But basically, it's the spookiest moment to happen every episode. Yeah. Right? So what about Shark Exorcist was spookiest to you?
So
we both got one, by the way. We both got a spooky moment.
So you literally described this to me about 40 minutes ago.
Right.
Which is about before we started recording. So I've been trying to rack my brain around what was the spookiest moment. Now, I watched this very early in the morning. Right, nothing.
I watched this very late at night, so we've both got a...
I watched it like in the morning. I thought, you know what, I'll get it over while I watch it. Nothing really spooky happened, right? However, we've been speaking today before we started, but this episode is cursed. Yeah,
we've had a few technical difficulties with this episode.
If you're watching on YouTube, you will realise about half an hour ago or 20 minutes ago that the footage is gone.
Right.
Because the camera's died.
Yes. The Shark Exorcist has the devil shark has possessed that camera.
So I don't know what you're watching currently. Some like stock shark footage.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe like a stickman drawing of us sitting at a desk.
Yeah.
So that's pretty spooky. Camera's gone. I saw a puddle, and I thought that could be a shark in that.
Shark in the puddle.
Yeah, maybe.
That's our new horror film.
Maybe Shark in the Puddle.
In 2023, Shark in a Puddle.
Yeah.
From the makers of Shark in a Puddle. Shark. There's a shark. You thought it was safe to go back in the water. Now, Shark in a Puddle.
Exactly.
Brings you the greatest horror.
Yeah.
Puddle has jaws.
Maybe we can get that guy in, but in a world where there's a shark in a puddle.
That was the tagline for Shark Exorcist, wasn't it? So, no, it was Satan has jaws, isn't it? I say in inverted quotes.
Yes.
Satan has jaws. Yeah. This one is the puddle has jaws.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
There wasn't really much. I guess the curse of today.
Okay. My spookiest moment is this film existing.
Okay.
That scares me.
Okay.
In a world where I watched a TED Talk with J.J. Abrams where he talks about his method
Did you need
of
therapy after this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Where there's method of storytelling.
Yeah.
He talks about the mystery box.
Okay.
And at the end of the TED Talk, he talks about how it's become easier and easier for people to make films.
Yes.
Anyone can make a film.
Yep.
You've got a camera on your phone.
Yep.
Cameras are everywhere. Anyone can go out and make a film.
Yes.
And it enlightens the creatives and it gives platforms to people who have really great artistry and really great creativity. Mm-hmm. It also gives lights to platforms like this.
Yes.
It gives people with no artistry, no creativity, no spark. People who are looking for quick cash grabs on the bargain bin dollar shelf DVD shop.
Yeah.
Ways in.
It's one of those things where, like, you'll see it everywhere on YouTube. It'll be like short film, award winning, But like every short film
It's
can
one of
win an
those
award
things where
now.
you see YouTube videos, and the trailer, the thumbnail of the trailer looks really fantastical.
Yeah.
We've just seen it now. We just saw a trailer for 2020's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Where the picture was like a big, scary Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And you see the suggested trailers, and they're all people with weird facial horror deformities and weird, creepy imagery, when the trailer is probably the most mundane thing you've ever seen of a film that's probably not very good.
Yeah. And it's like, it's just one of those things where, like I say, like loads of films are like award winning, and it'd be like a local film festival, which is great if you're starting out, but also it diminishes the, like, oh, my film's won an award. So I was like,
this will not be getting a high real rating, just to
it's
say.
not getting a high one from me. Don't you worry.
No, yeah. Well, you go ahead, Corey.
I'm going to give it a 0.5.
Oh!
The reason why I get a 0.5 is because it's a film.
That is possibly the lowest real rating we have ever had.
It is. It's a film, so technically, I can't really give it a 0.
It is a film. That is the only thing you're giving it. It is a film.
Yeah, it's...
I'm going to give it 1 reel.
Okay.
Just 1.
Okay.
For the fact that I don't know, I hate everything's review of it.
Yeah.
And he really encapsulates my thoughts on the fact that
I like someone else's review, so I'm going to give it a 1.
Exactly. I like someone else's thoughts on the film. And I feel like that despite all of the tumultuous events that have happened today and all of the difficulties and all the problems we've been put through today, I've managed to vent some of my frustration in this episode. I've managed to come out with my raw thoughts on Shark Exorcist, and I'm happy for that.
Okay.
So I feel like I've been vindicated.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 1.
Nice.
That is our thoughts on Shark Exorcist. Don't watch the film. Don't watch it, please. Don't subject yourself to what we've been put through. We're reviewing it so you don't have to. It's bad. You don't want to see it.
No.
Right, 0.5 from Corey and 1 reel from me. I think that may be the lowest rating everything has ever had.
It does. Also, if anything ever gets a 0, it's bad.
You know, as I say, normally we're quite positive people when it comes to reviewing films, and we cannot look up on this.
Nope.
We cannot give this any kind of shining positive glory to it because it is just that bad.
Yeah.
It seems to be some kind of poor man's excuse for fetishizing young actresses, covering them in sick and blood and occasional shots of bad CGI sharks.
Pretty much.
There's no substance to it. There's
Nope.
there's no cinematic meaning. There's no theme. There's no underlying tone. There's no tone at all.
No.
It's like watching 2 planks rub against each other, and occasionally there's a splash of red food colouring. It is just that meaningless. Don't watch it. Don't.
But a film that is not like 2 planks rubbing and 2 splashes of red is my weekly rec.
Okay, what's your weekly rec this week, Corey?
So
Enlighten
I
me.
was rubbing my head a couple of times. I'm trying to think, okay, right, I can be this film, because I thought, okay, it's going to be nothing related to Shark Exorcist, because I can't pick anything related to Shark Exorcist.
Thank God.
So I thought, okay, right, it's a clean slate. I can pick anything I want. And there's a couple of films that I wanted to recommend, and I thought, okay, maybe I can do that. But I've been scrolling through IMDb's micro-budget movies that paid off big.
Okay.
So it's like really low-budget movies.
Right, that's at least, that's good.
Like Paranormal Activity apparently had a budget of $15,000, and then it got got acquisitioned and then had a bigger budget. But originally, it had a budget of $15,000, right? We mentioned Blair Witch. And then this popped up. I want to talk about this a couple of times. Now, if you want a unique cult horror director, you do not need... what's his name again? Donald Farmer.
Donald Farmer.
You do not need
you don't
Donald
need Donald Farmer.
Go
and farm for a better film,
yes.
Donald.
Instead, you need Mr. David Lynch.
Okay.
I'm recommending a David Lynch film.
We're fans of David Lynch here.
Arguably one of the most unique directors to exist currently.
Yes. Unique who deserves it.
Yes. And I'm going to recommend a film that apparently had a budget of $10,000. So, like, that's like 30% less. No, 30 times less what Shark Exorcist had. Maths. I'm recommending Eraserhead.
Razorhead, okay,
from 1977. I can't really describe Eraserhead. It's a black and white film. It's really weird. So I'm just going to go by what IMDb says, which is Henry Spencer, who's a guy with the big hair, tries to survive his industrial environment, his angry girlfriend, and the unbearable screams of his newly born mutant child. That's pretty much the whole plot. It's 8-9 minutes long, about an hour and a half. It's a weird film. like David Lynch is known for. Like, it's a weird like experience. And like this, you watch the film and you have to sit there for like 10 minutes and go, what did I just see? But David Lynch is great because you sit there and you think it through and you process it, and it's great because you're like, this is great. What's it mean? Cool. Shark Exorcist, you go looking for bleach and you put it in your eyes and try and forget everything that happened. So I'm going to recommend Eraserhead. It's a good film. It's a good fun. Bit weird if you can find it. It can be a bit hard. I knew someone who had it on DVD,
right?
So we borrowed it from them. But if you can find it, it's a really good watch. 8.5.
8.5. Very strong.
It's a solid film.
So if you're going to watch anything, go and watch
Eraserhead.
Enjoy yourself, folks. Thank you very much. We hope you at least enjoyed our mad and insane ramblings on this, but no more mad and insane than the film itself. So, with my best hopes of the future for October, Spooktober, let's come in strong next week, and we hope you enjoy. It's a goodbye from me, goodbye, and a goodbye from Corey.
Goodbye.
Don't watch Shark Exorcist.